Donuts for sale. I like donuts. Dude, I've been having the worst squeaking noise coming out of this BRZ for the past like 2 weeks, and I think something in my rear suspension's loose. And I got some mods I gotta throw on the BRZ today, so it sounds like today's gonna be a BRZ type of day while I wait for STI parts to come in. Yeah. Oh my god, they're stuck. Alright, good morning my friends, what's going on? Now that we got some errands ran, we dropped off some orders, we get started on some stuff. But before we do that, I'm going to do a shameless plug right in the beginning of the video. Our giveaway entry deadline closes tomorrow for the opportunity to win a built 500 wheel horsepower EJ25 short block or a built 500 wheel horsepower capable FA20 DIT short block. I just got a couple more boxes of merch orders in, which will be going out tonight. So if you guys want to get entered into that giveaway, you guys have until tomorrow at midnight. Every $25 you guys spend on the website gets you one entry into the giveaway. No cap on entries, so that's totally up to you to decide how many that you want to get. So now that, because this is the last video you guys are going to see before the live stream, which we all announce it on and whatnot. So if you want to get entered, do it now. Gotta go put those in the office real quick. But we got our BRZ in the garage because we're going to be mainly working on the BRZ today. I do have some stuff that I just got in for the STI, which I will give you guys an update on, which is the raw material for the intercooler piping. So I'm going to be building out this intercooler piping. I think the best way to do this is to use this tight bend radius, bring it out to about right there, and then use a 45 that goes from there to there, which I have all the piping back here now. So I'm going to be welding all of this up. It's probably not going to be the prettiest welds in the world, but it will work for our intercooler piping. I've also got the new oil cooler sandwich place so we can finish the oil cooler lines for the STI. I'm just waiting on one more part to be dropped off on Friday to be able to finish this car and get it dyno ready. So all that stuff I'll probably be doing tomorrow just to get this thing done with. So I've got a couple things on the ground here for the BRZ. Now, one of these I've been waiting for 5 months, and I don't know why it took so long, but that is this Oem Lip for the BRZ. It's actually kind of nice because Subaru actually paints these like a gloss black now instead of it being like that raw kind of plastic look. So once we actually get this on the car, we'll pull it out in the sunlight and see it a little bit better. But the way that I'm going to do this is I want to mount the lip to the bumper and then still retain that splitter underneath of the lip, which is something that we can totally do. On top of that, I also got a Blackvue Dashcam for the car. Since it is my daily driver, I do prefer having dash cams in the car when I can have them, just obviously for like insurance purposes and like safety reasons and whatnot. And then shout out to Killer B because they sent over some prototype catch cans for the new FA24 and the BRZ, so we're gonna get these tossed in today as well. I don't quite know how they mount or where they go, but we will figure that out today. So oh, and I gotta fix the suspension on this thing since something in the rear end is just rattling to all hell. So first things first, I want to start with the bumper. So let's get this bumper off of the car real quick and start mocking up our new OEM STI lip onto our BRZ. So bumper's off, I got it cleaned up, I got the splitter off of there. Now, with OEM components like this, like that lip, I guess I should say, Subaru does give you stencils and templates. I'm not going to use these because I'm a man and I don't use those things. So what I'm just gonna do is mount the lip up to the bumper using the pop clip holes. Once I've found out where the pop clip holes go, then we'll start drilling in for the riv nuts because they do give you these little rubber riv nuts. Same with like all Subaru stuff, so that way you can just drill a hole, put a riv nut in there, tighten everything down, and it's nice and Gucci. So let me get that thing lined up, let me get it drilled out, and let's get this thing mounted so that way we can get our splitter back on here. So I was just gonna time lapse through this, but I think this is actually pretty cool. We're just gonna walk through this together. So I was getting ready, I got like 2 of the pop clips in just to hold the lip on, and then I was coming down here, I was like, all right, I gotta drill a hole for that big one right there. Through that hole on the back side of the bumper, there's actually a cross. I don't know how, right there. I don't know how well it's actually gonna focus on it, but there's actually a cross on the bumper for where the lip lines up and where that hole needs to go. So before I start doing all the little riv nut guys, we're gonna go ahead and get the pop clips on first, just to get the lip to where it needs to sit. So we already know where 2 of the mounting holes are because they're already drilled out for, or they're already marked for where we need to drill. So let's drill those babies out. Real talk though, that's actually kind of cool that Subaru did do that. Beautiful! Dude, that lip looks good. So far, at least. We gotta do one more hole down here on the bottom. So now I'm gonna go around and I'm gonna start drilling out the pilot holes for all of the smaller guys that gotta go in here. And then we can pop this lip off, get them all in, and get everything squared up. Get this lip on here permanently. This thing look good though. Beautiful. Dope. So now that all that is prepped, we can go ahead and get this lip on. Now, let me show you. Now the way this lip mounts is it uses all that hardware, and it also uses 3M tape on the sides for the sides of the bumper here. So I'm gonna have to go through, clean off the sides of the bumper. I have some wax and grease remover that I'll use just to get it stuck on there. We're gonna mount up the front of the lip first. Once that's mounted up, then we'll start walking out towards the edges and then get those guys stuck onto where they're going, just so that way everything lines up good. So let's get this thing cleaned off. Let's get this lip thrown on. It's really cool that they actually marked the bumper with all those crosshairs. So lip is all mocked up. It actually looks really good, and obviously it's OEM, so it fits really well. The nice bulges from the bumper line up the lip beautifully. I have the splitter lined up on here also because surprisingly enough, the splitter lines up perfect. We may have to do a little bit of trimming on the backside of the splitter just to make everything line up a little bit better, but overall I'm pretty happy with this. I'm excited to see what this looks like back on the car. I was having a little bit of fitment issues down here, but I think that was because of me, because I offset drilled it a little bit. But let me get this splitter mounted up to this thing. I actually like the idea of running the splitter because it'll protect the lip also if we do scrape on anything or like that, and the splitter bolts up to the bumper, so it's just a little more reinforcement for the lip. So let's get this thing all lined back up and see how it looks on the car. You know what? I'd say I'm pretty happy with that actually. I actually like how the lip, the splitter fits up to the bumper. I don't know how long I'm gonna rock the splitter for. But I think it fits pretty well. Like, you can run both of them. Like, you can see over there, it's a lot closer to the ground than it is here. But I mean, this is the car fully aired out. I'm not gonna be adjusting the suspension anymore up until we get the wheels on the car. So for now, extremely happy with this. The lip fits up beautifully, and it adds some nice definition to the side of the bumper right there. And I'll get this thing out in the light for you guys because I gotta wash this thing today also after we run through all these installs. But honestly, pretty happy with it. I think it looks phenomenal. So let me actually get this thing aired back up because I want to knock out the suspension while I still have the quick jacks over here, just to take a peek at the rear suspension to see what the hell's going on, because it's so loud and clanky right now. It sounds like something is loose back there, and then once I get that done, I'll move the quick jacks back over there to the SDI, and then we'll jump on the dash cam and the catch cans for this thing. So looked at the rear suspension, everything looked fine. I'm guessing it's just loud suspension that's making that fun, like, it's not like a knocking noise, but it's more like a clanking noise kind of thing. You know what I mean? Everything checks out, everything's tight, everything's good to go back there. So now that we've got this whole lip splitter situation figured out, I'm going to jump to the dash cam. Now before we get into the dash cam, quick message from today's video sponsor, which is our boys over at Simply Carbon Fiber. These things are dope. I've needed new sunglasses for so long, so a huge shout out to you guys over at Simply Carbon Fiber for sending over some nice shades, because mine are like 10 years old and they're totally trashed. These things are actually super nice, especially for like the price of these sunglasses being around $100. Like most sunglasses you get from like a sunglasses hut or something like that are like $150, $200, something along those lines. They're polarized lenses, fantastic. I can actually see things, and you know when you like wear polarized lenses, you can totally see all of the fun colors through them and like the lines on like some like screens and whatnot. It's awesome. Now on top of just fun sunglasses you can also get fun wallets and other things of that nature. I've been using their wallet for the past like month and a half now. It's been fantastic, it's been holding up great. Everything is made out of real carbon fiber as well, so it's light, it's not weighing you down. You're already wearing enough clothes throughout the day. why weigh yourself down with your accessories? So aside from like sunglasses, wallets, they have a lot of cool things on their site. If you're looking to snag anything to accessorize yourself like we do with our cars with carbon fiber, because we like carbon fiber. Carbon fiber look good. It's strong, it's lightweight. Who doesn't like carbon fiber? Go swing over to their website. Link will be down below in the description for you guys. They got if you wear suits, I don't wear suits, but if you wear suits, they got things like the collar, the cufflinks. I think that's what they're called. I don't know. You can tell I don't dress fancy. Phone cases, sunglasses, you name it, watches. They got a whole wide variety. So if you're looking to stylize yourself in an awesome, lightweight, and affordable way with some cool like carbon fiber accessories, whatnot, swing over to Simply Carbon Fiber. They got you covered. This Dashcam, shout out to Blackvue for sending this over. Also, if you guys don't know, Blackvue has been a supporter of the channel for quite some time. This is their new DR750 that is LTE compatible. So I'm only going to be installing one of these Dashcams today, and that's because I don't have a second power port to run the second Dashcam. Now, here's one thing that I do like that they did with this new Dashcam setup, is you can now hardwire in your Dashcam, which maybe I'll do it that way. I don't know. I need to snag an ASHUTO if I am going to hardwire it in, but it's not a big deal if I do decide to do it that way. But for now, I'm just going to go ahead and get this front dash cam installed so that way I at least have one in the car. I just prefer having a safety mechanism or some type of reliance for if I get into an accident, someone hits me, I can at least provide video to the insurance company and be like, hey, I didn't do this. Betty over there in her 1991 Toyota Corolla just rear-ended me in my BRZ. I got you on video, Betty. I know it was you. So I'm pull the BRZ out real quick. I'm just gonna slap this thing in. Dash cams install pretty much the same way. You got power, video, SD card, things of that nature. I don't know, maybe I'll put both of them in. We'll see how I'm feeling after I get this front one in, but so now I got some dash cam goodness. Dashcam in? Dashcam is in. These were quite the pain. I mean, they're always a pain. Dashcams are always a pain, but they're worth it. Wires run up. I always take out the mirror whenever I do these and run the mirror or run the wires behind the little guy right here, so that way this like keeps the wires from sliding out and down. Same thing with the rear. You've got like some little plugs back there in the ceiling, and I'm just really anal with the way that all my wires have to go, so that way I don't see them, I don't know they're there, that kind of situation, if you know what I mean. So they don't work yet because I have to go get an ASHUTO to hardwire this guy in, because I'm running the hardwire. I decided to just put them both in. I'm running the hardwire on the front one and then the 12 volt just plug in on the rear one. I've never seen a dash cam that requires like two different plugins like that, so I'll run to the auto parts store later, grab an ASHUTO, run 12 volts to it from the fuse box that way, and then our dash cams will be working. So now let's jump to the fun prototype stuff of the catch cans. I don't have any instructions. I don't have any photos yet. I was just talking to Nick over at Killer B. He said he's going to shoot me over some photos, but I'm going to see if I can figure them out. They're catch cans. They really can't be that difficult. All right, so I just messaged Nick again over at Killer B, and I think I'm right to assume what I've got here. So you get two cans with this. The outlet ports and the inlet ports are different on these. They're different sizes. So this one with the smaller inlet port, I want to say goes to the inlet right there and then connects up to that hose right there. And then this other catch can with the larger inlet, I'm guessing goes on the back side of the manifold, replaces that hose to this hose, and then you take that stock hose and you connect it there. That's what we're doing, and you don't need a bracket for these. Like, these things are stupid light, you guys. Like, I think they're Duralin. I don't know what they're made out of, but they're like extremely light. They're cool, they'll work, and then they're easy to drain, but interesting, very interesting design. So let me get confirmation before I just go like throwing these things on. Like, naturally aspirated cars don't get a ton of blow by, but they do get blow by. So this will be a fun time to figure out. We'll do it though. We'll figure it out. All right, I don't want to wait for confirmation. I'm pretty sure that's how those go. So I'm just gonna send it and get them on real quick, because I'm like 99% sure that's how they have to go that way. That's how the PCV system works. So they gotta do it. I'm doing it. I still haven't gotten confirmation, but I'm doing it. I know that's gotta be it, dude. So this hose right here, I need to come off. Oh dude, it's already all oily. Okay, yeah, I can guarantee that's where our first catch can will go, is right there. So we got catch can number 1 on, then I gotta get this hose back onto the block, because my dummy self popped it off. Oh, dude, that's so easy. That's the easiest catch can install literally ever. And then this guy goes back on somehow. If I could not cut the hose, that would be nice. So that guy scoots back. Boop. That guy just pops off like that. Push him out of the way. I'm guessing this catch can slides on right there. This one I'm just gonna put right there. Like I said, I don't want to have to cut these hoses if I don't have to, but I think this one I actually might have to, otherwise it's just gonna be all floppy like that. So I want to cut it right about there. Look at that. You don't even need brackets. The catch cans are so light. Literally the easiest catch can install I've ever done. They look good. Like, you can only really see this front one, but it looks good. And the rear one, dude, like, it all fits up beautifully. Kudos, Killer B. Thank you for the catch cans, you guys. Like, tell me that's not the, like, such an easy catch can install. It just goes from the PCV to the catch can. It does its little swirl thing. The oil, like, gets caught down there, then goes back into the inlet to keep clean air going in the inlet. For the rear one, it just goes down from the bottom of the engine right down there. You don't even need to cut this hose. You just move it. You just pop it off this guy right here that's underneath of the cover. The catch can sits right behind the cover, then it goes back down in. Dude, it's literally the easiest install I've ever done for catch cans. And it's like super clean. It looks OEM too, which I like. Like, dude, kudos. I'm about it, man. I like it. When I was talking to Nick, he said that you don't really need to empty them that often, and they're super easy to empty, so really excited for those. Let me pop that cover back on real quick, because I'm kind of curious to see what it looks like. And I'm assuming the cover will still just like fit right on here perfectly, right? Oh, dude, beautiful! And the catch can still just chills right back there. That's awesome. That's legit awesome. Dope! Now that all of our fun modifications are done, I have fixed the suspension. We'll check out the suspension. I want to give this thing a wash. It's just been so gross with pollen lately. It's been taking everything over. Like, there's a nice, like, thin film of pollen on the STI. I don't know. Like, you guys can see that. Just gross. And it's all over the BRZ. So, since it's the daily and I haven't given it a bath in a while, I want to clean this thing real quick. Let's do it. Before I jump into cleaning this real quick, I do want to say something with these catch cans because I just ran into a small issue. It was my fault. I had the catch cans where they were open to allow them to drain instead of being closed. My PCV system was open to the atmosphere. Down on the bottom of the can, make sure that that valve is all the way down. That means closed. When it's all the way up, that means open on those. And if it's open, you're just gonna be venting your PCV to the atmosphere and the car's not gonna be happy with it. So make sure you do have that set up right, but honestly, 10 out of 10 on these things, dude. Easy install. They look good. They'll work. So let's get this thing cleaned. Oh, she all cleaned up. She looks so good all cleaned up. I love this car. Like, I want to do more modifications to this. For like, the weird voice in the back of my mind is like, sell the Evo and use all the money on the BRZ. Make the BRZ really cool, Tanner. Just make it really cool. But nah, I'm not gonna do that. I do have an Evo update for you guys, but I mean, that's really all I got for the BRZ today. I got all the modifications I had sitting around done on this thing. I just need to, it's already starting to rain. I literally just washed the car and it's already starting to rain, but at least it's clean now. So quick update for you guys on the Evo, for those of you that are following the Evo. I ordered the Evo's turbo this morning. Of course you guys knew, no, I can't keep anything stock, so we're not gonna use the stock turbo that I got. I got a nice FP turbo, which hopefully should be here soon. I don't know, FP's really hit or miss on what they have in stock and what they don't have in stock, so fingers crossed that this turbo that I ordered should be here relatively quickly, so that way we can get started on the Evo again. Like I said, I'm trying to hold off on doing a lot of the Evo parts up until I have a lot of the Evo parts, so that way we can just do the Evo all at once instead of little stuff here and there, here and there, here and there. But that's really all I got for you guys on this video. Tomorrow, actually tonight, I'm going to be working on the STI. I'm getting the oil cooler done, getting the intercooler piping mocked up, tack welded up, and then I'll probably fully weld it up tomorrow. I'm probably going to have to go get more argon to be able to do so, but it's whatevs. The STI should be done Friday, assuming that I don't completely burn through all this piping that I have. If that's the case, then order more piping and go from there. Josh isn't going to be able to tune the car this weekend anyways. This weekend is import face-off, so they're going drag racing. I'll probably be there walking around, hanging out and whatnot, but maybe the following week, we can hopefully get the car on the dyno. Realistically, this first dyno session with the STI is just going to be, like break-in tune stuff. I'm probably gonna have them do a couple pulls on wastegate just to see what the car is making on wastegate right now, because that's what I'm most curious about. I wanna know where we're sitting at off of wastegate, which should be about 14 PSI or so, but Anyways, that's all I got for you guys on this one. If you like the videos, you know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like button, turn to black, blue, green, yellow, purple, silver sign, whatever color it turns for you. And if you're not already subscribed to the channel and you want to be one of these corners, no idea which one I'll put it in quite yet, but with that, I will catch you guys in the next one. So peace out, homies.